So I want to comment on this whole AdSense thing that is going on YouTube, and I want to just kind of keep it simple and straight to the point with what's kind of going on, in my opinion, with what all of this whole thing going on with AdSense and all this other bullcrap. It's quite plain and simple. It's censorship, right? The whole complaint that has gone on, basically, from my understanding of people that I follow on YouTube and other content creators that I follow, is for the fact that basically the advertisers, in other words, from what I hear, are complaining, which is why they push this whole censorship and taking out of monetization of certain kind of YouTube channels, is because the advertisers are having issues with the fact that they're getting complaints because of quote unquote offensive content. Well, my question is, why on earth is all of a sudden this a big issue? Why didn't you stomp out this to begin with if this was a big issue? You know, what is considered quote unquote offensive content? And I've looked up what the definition of what YouTube's terms and conditions have been changed to under this new regulation of offensive content. And it's completely ridiculous because every single issue that they have now listed in their terms and conditions of what is considered offensive content, it's all of the major issues that are talked about on YouTube, basically. So in other words, everything that is actually meaningful, they're trying to get rid of it. So this is censorship, okay? This is censorship that they're trying to do here. I've said this in previous videos where I've mentioned that YouTube is becoming the next television. You can go back and watch my videos. I've said this numerous times before where I've mentioned that YouTube is becoming the next television. Because people are no longer watching mainstream TV, and the choice that is provided via YouTube allows them to watch whatever they want without these ridiculous commercials of selling fucking hair products. And also, YouTube provides the platform where you're actually able to communicate with the content creators. And so it's funny how all this stuff started to come about once people actually started talking about real issues, right? You know, computing forever. You know, he talked about this where in Australia they said that apparently that Kia. Now check this out. This is very, this is kind of cool, right? But it speaks for what Mgtow is becoming. Computing Forever said on his recent video about the AdSense monetization issue that Kia, the car company, is pulling ads in Australia due to the fact that it has they're trying to send they're pulling their ads because the Mgtow community started talking about the fact that Kia was using all of these feministic tactics in their advertisements. And so they wanted to pull their ads because of the fact that that people were starting to talk about how ridiculous and how feministic the ads were based upon what they were pushing out on mainstream news television. And people on YouTube, such as the Mgtow community, was talking about this and talking about how the Super Bowl ads and many other ads were very feministic. They had feminist brainwashing garbage involved uh, in their advertisements. So what does that what does that say about the Mgtow community? That we are having an effect based upon the fact that, you know, apparently Kia, the car company, is pulling their ads and trying to censor people because we're exposing the feminist agenda. What does that say about us? We are growing, and the message is getting out there to people. That's why they want to censor people on YouTube. Because if you think about it, YouTube is the command center of getting information out to people. And so we're going to tell it like it is. We're not going to censor ourselves, and we're not going to go along with the agenda. And so what they're going to do is they're going to try to censor people to keep them from exposing their agenda. And that's the whole deal behind all this censorship garbage, is the fact that they're trying to censor YouTube and censor the content creators in specific and limit their ability to make money, which that's, you know what, I never monetized any of my videos because deep in my heart I knew this was coming. I knew that this was the first thing that they would pull on this whole line of censorship that they're trying to do on the internet, because that's where they get people. This is why you don't need to make your money off of YouTube, because any tactic that they try to use against you to try to censor you, they're going to start with money. because that's what people need. They need money to survive, right? So that's the big threat. We're going to take your money away, and then after they take the money away, then they're just going to start shutting channels down completely, which is what they've been doing that I've noticed as of recently. So that's the whole deal. It's censorship. It's plain and simple censorship because we're getting the point across to these individual companies that we're exposing the agenda that they've been pushing, and people are paying attention. Otherwise, they really wouldn't censor us or demonetize the content that these content providers are creating. So it's plain and simple, which is censorship. They're trying to censor us. They're trying to censor the content creators on YouTube, and that's their whole point, and that's their whole modus of operandi. They don't want the message to get out, and so that's why they're doing what they're doing. So that's just what I wanted to say. Get that in your mind, that all this whole thing with the complaint of advertisers is just a disguise for explaining away the fact that they're trying to censor people. That's all they're trying to do is censor people. So with that being said, I'm opening up a VidMe. I've already opened up a alternative platform called VidMe, VID.me. Um, I know that Computing Forever is already on there. Whatever. I'm not a butt kisser to his content, but the site is very new in terms of what is being uploaded there. It's still a very new site. There's not a lot of content on there at all, but it is an alternative. And I think what I'm going to do is, because of already having a personal account, which won't be attached to my Mgtow account, but I'm just testing the waters to see what the platform is all about, seeing what it really is, what it comes down to, whether or not it will be a good alternative to my subscribers. So far, it looks pretty plain and simple. It has a very similar format to YouTube. So I'm gonna test the waters for a little bit, and I'm gonna see how it is, and I'm gonna see how, what kind of responses and what people say about VidMe before I fully commit to uploading Mgtow content, and create a separate account specifically for my Mgtow content. But I will be uploading my content to an alternative platform due to this fact, because I'm here to tell you right now, this is only going to get worse. They're trying to censor us. That is their agenda, and everything I say on these YouTube channels, just keep in mind that every time that you say these things, uh, keep in mind that YouTube is owned by Google. Google, they're one of the most powerful corporations on the face of the earth right now. So everything I say, they're going to be monologuing it and archiving what I say, and what all these other content creators say, and what their decisions are going to be based upon where they decide to go, what alternative platforms they decide to go to, and they're going to figure out where everybody is going. And then what's going to happen is Google is then going to buy up that platform like they do with all the other companies that they've always been, just like they bought up YouTube, and just like they bought up all these other companies. They're going to do the exact same thing, and that's how they're going to get it. So they're never going to stop, but at least we have some buying time to figure out what our next steps are. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm looking at alternative platforms to start uploading my Mgtow content to. Minds.com, I know about Minds.com, but it's very weird. I can't even upload videos on there. I don't even know how to do it. So the platform is still not compatible as far as I'm concerned. But as far as the censorship of what these people are trying to do, I will be uploading my content to an alternative platform. Right now I'm looking at vid.me and seeing how that is. So just wanted to put that out there to my subscribers, that if I do open up an alternative platform to upload my content to, due to this whole AdSense thing, and I will stay on YouTube until it gets to the point where I no longer can. YouTube right now is still primarily the most dominant platform of entertainment and whatnot, so I will stay here. But I have already opened up an alternative platform at the moment to test the waters and to do some testing grounds to see how it runs. But this is censorship, and that's what it comes down to. So just be advised, don't get caught up in all the thing about what they say about, well, we're just trying to protect our AdSense, I mean our advertisers and their complaints. It's bullshit. It's an excuse for the fact that they're trying to censor people on YouTube because of the fact that our message is getting across and they don't want our message to get across, and that's the whole point. So anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I'll keep updated with you. Like I said, I'm not deleting the channel. I'll still be uploading videos to YouTube. I don't have any of my content monetized. I don't have any plans of making money off any of my stuff because of that fact. I knew that it's just a bad idea to make money off of YouTube now, specifically because of what they're pushing. So love to hear what your guys' feedback are on this, because this is starting to become an issue, and it's something we need to look at. So would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys are interested in moving, if any of my subscribers are interested in jumping to an alternative platform, I would actually like to hear what you guys think about alternative platforms other than YouTube. What do you guys think are some good alternative platforms that would be suitable for my kind of content? What would you, uh, you know, what ti what alternative platform would you spend your time to set up an account on with? Do you know any other alternative platforms other than Minds.com or MeetMe? Um, if you do, please put it in the comments, because I'm always looking out for their options. But I'll keep you guys updated, and that's all I had to say, and I appreciate everybody for listening.